Hello, beautiful people. Futuremin, welcome to another programming workout of mine. Let's get started. We will be doing Spring right now. And 5 minutes of typing as always. Java Guava, it looks like I will finish now. Start a timer. Alright. 3%, that's nice. That's nice. Lesson finished. Okay, so we'll have a look at the next ones. I think I was doing this one, so I do Haskell now. Okay, so we have that. What is the result? 7. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Oh, well, it is what it is. And now it is time for my another thing, and I don't have Emacs on. That's curious. It's particular. I'll stop this, start the other timer. This one. No, no, no. Oh, no. XP, and that is learning. Learning is the thing I go to. Learning. And I go to Spring. Yeah, so I'm doing that, and I still am doing the thing. So it is the Spring example 2. So that should start anytime soon. And what am I doing? I did return here. Okay, yeah, and then I'm doing this. And I remember I was trying to breaking it, and it did not break when I was expecting it to. And I don't know why. So maybe we'll investigate on that. And maybe we will not. Okay. So we get that. And here I will add an auto wiring by me, by name. Well, first here they say auto wiring by property. Name. Spring Container looks at the properties of beans on which auto-wire attributes is set by name in the XML configuration file. It then tries to match and wire its properties with the beans defined by the same names in the configuration file. Okay, so the name of the bean it is. I see. And come on, come on, come on. No tips. No tips here. And okay, so this is my bean called. And yeah, so I'm looking for the inner bean. So that's that. If I go to inner bean, I have inner bean. What did I change? My bean, it is, oh yeah, so it is inner bean here. I see, okay, so, well, I can rename this to inner bean again. Yeah, that, okay. Yeah, I'll sit there and get there as well. Here we go. Now, what I want to change is in the beans definition. There is the inner bean, right? So I say this will be not inner bean. And well, first of all, I will try it right now just to run it. And that should, okay, main, here I will run it. And just to verify that it works, as it is right now. And when it works, which it will, I will change the bean name, and that should break the thing. So I go to beans, and this will be not in a bean. And if I rerun the main app, now it could blow up, or should, we'll see. Still works. So not inner bean, so I say this is the name. And I run it now. It still bloody works. How is it possible? Okay, so maybe I will change the thing here as well to some random name. Yep. Everything, change everything. And now I will run it. And what will happen? It still works, so it is beyond me how this works. How they have it here. Okay, I have one extra thing in my file, in my beans, and this is the annotation of the config. So I'll turn it off. And now I'll try to run it. Great. Okay, so now it blows up. So if I say this is inner the main app, I never say the inner bean. Okay, so if I go to beans, and this will be inner bean, and I will run it, that should work now, right? No, it does not. No such method exception. What does it say? Creating bean with name my bean defined. Instantiation failed. Fatal instantiate. No default constructor found. Okay, so I go to my bean, and I don't have the constructor without parameters. So I'll do that. And come on. Yep, and I say my bean constructor. Yeah, like so. And I will rerun the thing. Good. So to get inner bean, it does not have the thing inside of it right now. Okay, so if I go in the beans, so I have inner beans. By name, and here's property name, and they were doing spell checker. Okay, so go here, and in my bean, this will not be random, but this will be inner bean. Okay, maybe now it will run. Yeah, that works. So it's based on the name in here, maybe. And if I go here and okay, so this is called inner bean, right? So I will try to some random thing, and if I rerun it now, what it will do? Okay, good. So by name, it seems to is using at first in a my bean like this name, and it takes this name, and it maybe tries to get this here, right? So if I change this over here to random and I run it, it will blow up because we don't get it. But if I happened to change the variable in my bean, and instead of inner bean, I will call it random. Yes, yes, yes. It should work again. That's my theory, hypothesis. Yeah. Okay, so by name, it means when it is creating the beans, the my bean, it goes in into my bean. It have a look here at the name of the inner bean, and then try to find it in the other beans. I see. Okay. So now that makes sense to me. I will change it back, and uh, now when I run it, it will blow up again. Yep. But if in the beans, this is called inner bean, that should work again. And it does. Is it case sensitive? If I do inner bean, like so, and run it again, will it blow up? Yes, it does. So I go back. This one will run okay. And what if I do capital I? Will that confuse? Oh crap. I don't want a split line. I wanted to rerun the application. Yeah, so it is case sensitive. So we'll go back to smaller I, and when I run it now, it is okay. And so what we need here is few things by name. We don't need the context annotation conflict. Only on a bean we can say autowire by name, and then the name of the bean which will be injected has to be the same as the name of the variable inside the MyBean class or the outer bean class. Alright, that's sensible. So what they are saying. There's a code, there's a code, there's a code following configuration normal. So this is the normal thing. Ref will be spell checker, which is this one, but I can do by name and it takes that and fills it in. And here it is called spell checker, I guess, in the text editor. It's spell checker. Yeah, and that is why it finds it. Okay, cool. So we can do by type and find out the same thing. So this mode specifies auto wiring by property name, Spring container by property type. Spring container looks at the beans on which AutoWire attribute is set to by type in the XML configuration file. Then it tries to match and wire a property. If its type matches with exactly one of the beans name in the configuration file. If matches are found, it will inject those beans. Otherwise, beans will be not auto-wired. So he will do here the same thing, I think. So here's the text editor, spell checker, type, spell checker. Then we have a spell checker, the constructor, some method, main app. Nothing interesting here. And here's the, so this is the normal thing. He's referencing spell checker, which is over here as a property of text editor. And this is how he does it now. So he says by type, and maybe this one gets it, or this one, that one. Okay, spell checker is now upper S, I see, and this would be smaller s. So I see. So let's get into it. I will change to in the beans. This will be not by name, but by type. And if I rerun it now, I expect it to blow because this ID is different and it works. Okay, so if it searches for the name of the thing, so I can change this to some random thing, and now it will blow up if that is correct, this hypothesis. And it's not, so this does not bean ID. This still works. So the next thing which it could be is in here. If I change this to a random name, that should be not affecting anything. I lost my thread of the thought, or train of the thought. Okay, so in a bean. And it says, it looks at the type and search for name, but it doesn't, that's not what it's happening, right? Looks at the beans, which out of our type. Looks at the beans, which AutoWire attribute is set to by type. It then tries to match and wire property if its type matches with exactly one bean's name. Okay, so it's not name. I already changed that. That didn't do anything. So in the beans, save this, and this is a random bean ID. And if I run it again, still works. So that is not it. I'm sorry. But if this guy, I'm guessing it will be by type. So I go to mine type, and this will be string. And yeah, so we will do this. We will replace you with a string you, not you, you, not you, not you, not you, you. Okay, so and now if I rerun it, it will blow up. Get my bean, get in a bean, get name, yeah. So okay, we will delete you. You cannot get that on a string. And it still freaking works. Well, it is null, so I didn't get anything. Alright. I'll comment you, go back in here, and this I will revert to that, and it should get it, and I will say, I will create another bean. It shall be other bean. I'll have a, I will have nothing. I will just generate a constructor. That's it. And I will go to beans, and here I will say bean ID will be 1 to 3, class will be equal to com dot example dot other bean. I'm guessing if I do inner bean now it will blow up. So well, first of all I will create, what's the problem here? Could not auto wire. There's more than one inner bean of type beans. Ah, here we go. See, so that this is the problem. So if I do this and I rerun the application, now it should work as previously. It works. And pum pum pum. Maybe I should put numbers to it so I know if I missed on one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my bean constructor will be 1. Then we have inner bean, and it is nor constructor as will be 2, or this will be 2, depends. Then we have a setter, so 3. Is that correct? I will rerun it. And then together, yeah, 4. Oh, wait a moment. We have a setter in my bean. So this will be 4. Then we have a getter, 5, and then we have a inner bean getter. So this will be, I forgot already. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it's 6. 6. And inner bean name is in the inner bean. Name should be in the main app. So this 7 space like so, and I rerun it. Seven happy steps. Okay, so when we have that, I will pour my tea. And here, what I wanted to do. So first method to break this is to have 2 of them, which will have the inner bean. And if I run it now, I think it will blow up in my face. Yep, because I have 2 of the same time, not the same name. Yeah, and in my bean, it's not. It's called inner bean. So I'll change this to random again. Yeah. Okay. And if I go here and I comment this, which was the way it worked, I don't believe it's looking at its name somewhere. Yeah, so it just works. It doesn't depend on the name. It depends on the type. It depends on the type. Yeah, that's it. And I also can say here in the my bean, I can create the other bean the same way, so it will be private string name, I think. Yeah, and here I will generate getter and setter. Yeah, I will make it beautiful. And that allows me to change the type. So if I go here, and this will not be inner bean, it will be other bean. That will blow up again as well. Oh, hold on. Now it blew up. Why? I should always rerun it in a state when it works. Well, this will blow up, right? Because it doesn't find the other bean. But if I go back to the inner bean and rerun it, it should work. Yeah, so this is it. And if I say, so in my bean, it is the type here. And it does have it here. What if I have 2 of them? So I have, come on. I will duplicate it, and this will be run done too. Now what? Will it now? I'll rerun it. It still works. Oh well, I will create the Git finally. Create a Git repository. It is in Spring Example 2, yes. This shows us that we are way over the time limit, which means we are done. Done is better than perfect. And, oh, come on. First of all, I'll go here. Then I will include all of those guys. And I will say this is initial commit. There we go. The perform commit. Okay. Yeah, we are done. Done is better than perfect. And I will see you next time. Bye.